Hi Groupsters, Andy from the Car Boutique here and another video review. This time reviewing a selection of products from a brand called ZIRCONITE. So I know a lot of you have been looking forward to seeing this one, but before we get on with it, let's cue some music. Okay, Groupsters, the ZIRCONITE review. Now, we haven't got all their products. We've got a selection, probably about 10 of them, okay? So we're going to do a full detail on a car. Now, where we haven't got certain stuff like tar and glue and things like that and citrus spray, we will augment them with other products, okay? But we're only going to be talking or reviewing or having a discussion about the ZIRCONITE products. Now, I saw a bit of a brand exposure on the internet and I thought, oh, that sounds a snappy name, ZIRCONITE, something different. Went on their website, which is very, very professional. All right, and start to educate myself about them. So they target the market at amateurs, keen enthusiasts, professional detailers. They've got a training academy, they do trade and all that kind of stuff. So it looked a very, very professional setup. Entered a dialogue over messaging with the owner and just got a good vibe from him. Not pushing any shape or form. We've gone out and bought these at full retail price, and I've said to him, I'm going to do an open, honest review. Are you happy with that? He says, crack on, and even said, any constructive feedback, welcome. And I like that because it suggests to me they've got confidence in their products. You know, if they start saying, it says to me, well, are you confident in your products? These people clearly are. Now, we'll have a quick talk through what products we've got. I'm going to try and keep these videos a bit shorter, less chat, more you seeing me do stuff, okay? Because I think the value of our videos are we talk as we're doing it. You can see it. There's no covering up. There's no special angles and all that kind of stuff. So I think the real value to you guys, in terms of whether you want to engage with these guys and buy some stuff, is to see me using it. So I'll just quickly go through the products, then we'll crack on. Okay, so we've got the Nano Shampoo. We'll go into more details. We've got the Knorr Speed Wax. We've got the ZIRCONITE Bead-Magik. That's really the one that caught my eye. They got a new graphene one as well, but I'm going to get that a bit later on. Wash and wax shampoo, tire and trim, leather cleaner, express detailer, fallout remover and wheel cleaner. Then we've got the wheel cleaner on its own, glass cleaner, interior trim detailer, the snow foam, and I'm also going to use this, which is what they sell, which is sort of a compound polish tester. And I'm going to do an aspect of the car because the car we're doing is getting the full works. It's getting the full safe wash, chemical decontamination, it's getting clayed, it's getting probably 2-stage machine polished. All right, and then I'm going to slap some protection on it as well. So part of the paintwork correction, I'm going to use this, which is a more aggressive compound and a finishing polish, just to give you an idea that they do sell other stuff as well for sort of paint correction as well. So I think they did send that one free to me, to be honest, but the rest I bought. Okay, so they're the products. Okay, we're going to have a quick whiz around the car. Now the car is getting prepped. The client has asked me to prep it for resale. All right, now I might be interested in it myself. I don't know yet, but even if it doesn't, even if I don't buy it, okay, it's going to go. It's going to go for sale straight away because the owner's already bought a new car. Okay, so we're going to crack on, get the car outside, and have some fun. Okay, this is the car we're going to be doing the full works on. It's a Peugeot RCZ, okay, also known as an Aldi TT. I'm sorry I had to say it because I'm a TT owner, but it's a good looking car. It is a lovely looking car. It hasn't been cleaned for a few weeks. I'm not going to do the normal whiz round because it's not hyper dirty. What I will be doing is I will be taking all the wheels off, okay, so I can get right inside there. And they're going to get the full works and some sealant as well. Okay, so I'm not worried about doing the wheels first in the car. I'm just going to do the car, get it all cleaned, get it in the garage. I can then remove the wheels, do the full works, and start on the sort of paint correction after I've done all the sort of messy stuff outside. So the wash, the decontamination, all that kind of stuff. So I actually like the look of the car. I think it's quite a stylish car, and for a 60 plate, all right, it's still, in my opinion, looks quite a modern car. Okay, so that's the car I'm doing. Let's crack on. Okay folks, so we've already used the citrus pre-wash right around the car, okay, and rinse it down to up to the first sort of product from ZIRCONITE, which is going to be their snow foam. So It comes in this 3.785 litre container. It's pH neutral, really good instructions, the way it should be. Tells you can dilute it up to 15 parts water. So we're going to do 100 millilitres of product to 900 millilitres of water. Gives you recommendations about doing it in the heat and keeping your panels cool and all that kind of stuff. So everything you need to know is on the packaging. You don't have to go to the website, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. Not everyone is going to have the time or inclination to go to the website. When you're buying detailing products, you should be able to get all the information off the actual packaging itself, in my opinion. Okay, so like I said, the citrus pre-wash and the rinse has already been done. I'm just going to empty it into lovely fresh, it might be apple, but I'm not very good at guessing, but it might be apple. So I'm going to put 100 millilitres in here. All right. So top it up with water. Okay, we're going to go outside and have a play with the snow foam because we like this bit. Okay, so that's us loaded up. All right, now, like I say, we've been testing this for about a week, and I think you're going to love this one because this stuff cleans and it looks sexy. That'll get your neighbours talking. We're going to carry on. Okay, well, I was standing a few meters away and the smell from this is amazing. It is such a strong, I'm pretty sure it's an apple smell. That's what you want from snow foam. Clinging on and just slowly dripping off. So you've got it soft, encapsulating the dirt, softening it up, and that so it's loitering well, and then that slip rate is migrating the dirt off. That's what you want from snow foam. The smell is unbelievable. It's like putting the bottle under your nose. So this has been like this for a couple of minutes now. So just starting to get to a point whereby I'm going to rinse off. I'm quickly going to go around the detail brushes before it dries off, and then we'll rinse it down and evaluate its cleaning potential. Okay folks, that's it rinsed off and it's done a cracking job. You can see the gloss of the car coming through just by that layer of dirt coming off. All right, so there's still bits of dirt, there's a lot of tar. Okay, so that'll all have to be taken off in the decontamination phase. This car is peppered with tar, so I'm predicting quite a strong reaction to fallout and tar remover. But in terms of the dirt, great job. Still a bit left for the contact wash, but that's good. And I really can't explain the smell. It's still there. It is really strong. So I think that snow foam is very good. It's super foamy if you like that, but it cleans, it loiters, but it's still got that slip rate. And remember, we used through a Karcher K4 and just through suction hose out the bucket, because we haven't got mains water here. cartridge K4, got really good results like this. So very impressed with the snow foam. A very good start to the testing. Okay folks, we're on to the shampoo stage now. They do two, well I've got two. The wash and wax shampoo, which is a pH neutral shampoo, which is going to leave a bit of wax behind protection, but because I'm doing so much with this car in terms of decontamination, claying and machine polishing, there's no point me using a wash and wax. Okay, so we'll park that. It's the same cleaning system, which has got the addition of wax on, so we'll gauge that by how well this goes on. Okay, so the one we're going to be using is Nano Shampoo, pH neutral shampoo. Again, brilliant instructions on the back. I'll just read a few bits. pH neutral shampoo easily removes road traffic film and dirt without removing your car's protective wax, so it's LSP safe. Delivers a superlative high gloss reflective finish, and gives that lotus leaf, and that lotus leaf effect runs through their range. Looking at all the descriptors on their packaging, it tells you add 3 capfuls of Nano Shampoo into a 10-litre bucket of water. Okay, so obviously if you use 20-litre buckets, you're going to double that, etc. So it tells you exactly how much to use. Talks about some advice on contact washing, etc. And then talking about rinsing your wash mitt and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, give it a go. So I've already filled the bucket up with water. I'm going to go and put, bearing in mind what we got in our bucket, about 5 small caps in. All right, then we're going to agitate it like we normally do, and start washing the car. Okay folks, you just see me put the last 2 capfuls in. Okay, so in terms of viscosity, not too thick, so it's all coming out the caps. So like I said in previous ones, I'm not usually a great fan of these fill the cap things, because half the time they're that real jelly stuff. Okay, that's pretty much all gone. So we've got quite a lot of water in there. So I've put 5 caps in there, and it's got very similar smell to the snow foam. I'm sure it's apple, but I've got it horribly wrong before when I suggested smells and got it wrong. So that's 5 caps in. Yeah, plenty of suds there. Smell is gorgeous. Right, I'm going to stop going on about the smell, but whew, it makes the experience, the user experience, pleasurable when you've got a nice smell. And a lot of the time, you get the smell in the bottle, but it doesn't migrate into the product when you're using it. This does. Okay, so notice the bubbles are starting to degrade a little bit. Okay, so you can just agitate it again, but let's get the wash mitt and clean the car and have some fun. So I'll just do this. Okay, so we'll do a bit real time, then we'll go on to a bit of fast mode. So I've got my noodle wash mitt. Lovely and sudsy. It's got that nice creamy effect that I like. Nice and smooth. Try and do it in straight lines. Yeah, it's got quite a nice thick creamy consistency. I don't like the ones that are really liquidy, and I don't like the ones that drag, but there is a bit of drag there, but that's just because it's, like I say, it's got a bit of thickness to the actual product. Lovely and smooth, glides well, smells gorgeous. And as much suds as you want. Okay, good. Right, I'm happy to continue with the car. Let's do a bit of fast mode. Okay, that's it all rinsed off, and it's exposed even more tar. The car is absolutely peppered with it. So I'll do that off camera. There's also massive sort of rubbery, tarry bit there that the tar on glue will have to take off. And we've already seen all the tar around that area. So a couple of the tree sap marks as well. So I'm going to tar and glue the car off camera because we don't have that in the ZIRCONITE range. Okay, and then the next time you'll see me on camera is coming back and we'll do the fallout. Okay folks, we've done tar and glue and that cloth is absolutely coated in tar. Okay, really, really bad, but it's all off, and it's worth spending some time on that because it looks unsightly, and I know we're claying it, but I'd rather get it off chemically, a more sort of subtle way of removing it with chemicals rather than sort of grinding with a clay bar. Okay, so we're now on to fallout. Now we've used the ZIRCONITE fallout remover and wheel cleaner. So it's a wheel cleaner with the colour changing aspect as well to target the fallout on alloy wheels, but it can be used on all surfaces. So good instructions as well. pH neutral, acid free, non-caustic wheel cleaner, decontamination, fallout remover. Okay, and it says it can be used on all exterior surfaces, paintwork, plastic, glass, chrome, etc. Ventilated area, spray on using the trigger, allow it to change colour, and then rinse off. Okay, and it obviously goes on to saying do not allow to drive, as with all chemicals, don't let them to dry. So this car isn't particularly heavily contaminated, but it is, you can see loads and loads and loads of little spots of fallout embedded in the clear coat. Okay, so it's targeted all of them, and they'll jet wash these off. Loads and loads all over the bonnet. I did check for potency and compared it with two others, and similar results. So this car thankfully isn't particularly contaminated with fallout, but you can see it's pretty peppered all over the car, sort of collecting the colour changing aspect there. Okay, so we'll get a better understanding of this product no doubt when we do the wheels, because that's where the majority of the fallout is. So that's the sort of second stage. So we're going to take the car inside. I'm going to give it another wash actually with all the chemicals I've used, and then we're going to take it in and we're going to dry it, and then we'll crack on with the next stage. Okay guys, that's it washed and chemically decontaminated. We're now going to go on to the mechanical decontamination, which is claying. Now if you don't know what claying is, we've done loads of tutorials on previous videos on YouTube, go and have a look. But essentially you're using a malleable soft clay in conjunction with clay lube. You spray the clay lube on and you're putting this putty, this clay over your the surface of your paint, and it's the stiction will actually pull out the embedded decontamination out your clear coat, so it's more mechanical. Now there is a chance of micro scratches, etc. So I only ever clay bar if I'm going to machine polish or hand polish afterwards. Okay, so this is the next step to get your paint as clean as possible before you even think about putting any kind of coatings and sealants and all that kind of stuff. Now, I fully appreciate this is quite comprehensive sort of detail, getting the paintwork as clean as possible. But if you are putting a ceramic coating on, you'll find all professional detailers, if the car needs clayed, will do it. Now, top tips to see if your car does need clayed: if you put your hand inside a carrier bag and wipe your hand over the surface of the paint, you will naturally, it seems to amplify any sort of contamination. That will tell you whether it needs clayed or not. Now, it does take a bit of time. Okay, like I say, you will need to polish afterwards, in my opinion, but the difference is huge. It goes from a sort of very light sandpaper to perfectly smooth. Okay, and we all know that's what we're after, smooth paint. All right, so I'm going to do it on fast smoke. It's not a ZIRCONITE product, but it's just making you aware that this is part of the process that I'm taking to get this car to the best it can be. Right folks, that's it all clayed. Quite rewarding actually, because that is all the nasty clay. So even after washing and chemical decontamination, all that came out a clear coat. Okay, so we're going to take a quick coffee break and we're going to prep for some machine polishing. Okay guys, we're now on to machine polishing. So I'm going to machine polish the whole car. However, we've got a couple of testers from ZIRCONITE for their heavy cut compound and their polishing ones. So what I'm going to do is this roof is absolutely horrific. Okay, so I'm going to use the heavy cut compound with a Roops pad, and then I'm going to use the finishing polish with a finishing pad by Rupes as well. I'm just going to do sort of this section here, okay, and then we'll do a sort of a comparison. I'm not going to tape it up, okay, but you can see lots and lots of nasty swirl marks, quite a few sort of random scratches, etc. So I put the camera on the tripod, as you can see, quite bad. And we'll give these this compound and polish a quick test. Okay guys, that's one pass with the P12, which is the heavy cut compound, and P40, which is the finishing polish glaze. Effortless to use. Let's say they come in a little box, the two of them there. Effortless to use, wipe off easy, spread easy. So let's have a look. So let's get the best. So that's what we started with. That's not done. And as we come to the work we have done, heavy scratch there. Massive difference, huge, and that's just with one pass. And I could have gone for a heavier cut pad, but that's before and after. I love them. Like I say, I've been a bit of a stickler for sticking with the Rupes stuff, and I haven't really tried that many, but I think technology's come on with the polishes I've used. But that's the before, that's after, that's with one pass with each. And lovely finish. I mean, that's gone right through, but brilliant, absolutely love it, top job. Okay folks, that's it machine polished, and quite a tricky little number because this car is just covered in curves, smaller panels, little bits of trim and everything. So you've had to make use of all three. Okay, so the couple of Rupes and the Flex came in really handy to apply the compound. So it's had two stage, a compound and a finishing polish, and it's coming up really nicely. But that took a bit of time, and I had to be quite careful going around places like this. Okay, but we've achieved and things are looking good. Okay guys, deliberately left the windows until after all the machine polishing. So there's a bit of polish on, a bit of dirt, there's a few watermarks. Okay, I deliberately left them. Okay, so we're going to try out the glass cleaner. So fast, easy action, spray and wipe clean, crystal clear finish, no rainbows, hazel streaks, quickly removes grime, insect deposits and greasy finger marks. Okay, so right, covered in my greasy mitts. All right, directions to activate: squeeze and lower the red trigger lock, which I've done, which is good. These really good. When that sort of locks it. They've got this trigger lock on. Okay, really, really good. Okay, they haven't skimped on the actual triggers themselves on any of these. Okay, some brands, okay, you can tell that they've almost gone for the cheapest delivery system, but these are good, which carries on that theme of being quite a professional brand. Okay, so with a cloth or paper towel, wiped clean, then buffed to clear finish, this standard procedure. Okay, so now it says spray on the glass. If you're worried about overspray and all that kind of stuff, you can spray onto a microfiber, okay, but all my greasy mitts are there. Okay, this is brand new, so like all their products, you don't need that much. Nice fresh smell, bit of overspray there. Really fresh smell actually. Okay, that's all the polish, residue and the finger marks off. I'm not going to zoom in, okay. I'd like to think you can trust me by now. Yeah, good. No streaks whatsoever. So short and sweet, that's a glass cleaner. Top show. Okay, so we're on to the wheel cleaning now. Now, normally we do this right at the start, but I knew the wheels were coming off, so it's not an issue. So we're going to be looking at the wheel cleaner and the wheel cleaner with a fallout remover. Okay, now we've already had a quick look at the fallout remover when we were doing the bodywork and it was effective. Okay, so we're going to use a nano shampoo to complement these two, and then we're going to use a tire and trim for doing the tire. Okay, and then we're going to use the sealant, the BeadMaker as well. Okay, so I'm going to set up the camera and we're going to have a play. Okay, we're going to look at the wheel cleaner without the fallout remover at the moment. So I've already jet washed the tyre down. So nice thing about these, to make sure you know whether it's been used or not, when you first pull the trigger, that flicks off. Okay, so in conjunction with the trigger lock, quite a strong smell. So obviously when you're doing this, you keep rotating it until you get no discoloration. This is just going to remove all the other tyre coatings and general dirt. Probably play some music when I edit this bit. Okay, so yeah, nice and clean, which is good. I'm just going to try the fallout remover. Now, I don't think these are going to be that bad, but I'm just going to show you where we haven't cleaned. There you go. Okay, so it's quite potent. We said we weren't sure how potent this was when we did it on the paintwork, but there you go. Okay, these loads and loads of contact, okay, with iron. All right, you can see it there, dripping out the front as well. So a potent fallout remover. If you were doing this yourself, I'd leave it a bit longer before you started agitating it, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. Now, you're not always going to take your wheels off, but this shows you it naturally affords you getting into all the crevices behind the spokes. And you'll naturally find when you do this, you'll find tar and everything like that, so I'll probably have to use a dedicated tar remover as well. But the wheel cleaner and the fallout remover is good because it's cleaning off all the dirt and clearly targeting the fallout as well. Now you can clear your wheels if you want to as well. As I'm doing this quickly to spend more time when you do it yourself. As you can see, nearly all the dirt's gone. A few tar spots which I'll target separately. Spend a bit more time getting all this off. I'd say that will come off just because I was rushing. Both very, very good, very potent, really strong cleaner, really good fallout remover as well. Just what you need, so really, really good. So I'm going to carry on finishing this wheel. I'll let it drive and then we'll apply some tyre shine and also put some sealant on it. Okay, so that's the wheel cleaned. Where's the stone chip? Can't do much about that. Tyres nice and clean. I gave them another going over because there's still slight discoloration, but really like that. Fallout remover and the wheel cleaner, good, potent, gets rid of the dirt and really attacks the fallout, is exactly what you want. But if you're not, you shouldn't have to use fallout every time. The cleaning power of the wheel cleaner is on a par with that. You just haven't got the fallout. Okay, so you may want to use that every sort of 4, 5, 6 weeks, and then just use the wheel cleaner. Both potent, very effective products. So I've already zirconited, the BeadMaker, the inside. We're going to put the wheel back on the car and then do the sort of tyres and put the BeadMaker on the outside fascia. So we'll put this back on the car. Okay folks, we've put the BeadMaker on the alloy wheels and it's just brought them up. Okay, they've got that nice glow to them. Okay, so the final bit we're going to do on the wheels is put the tyre and trim on. So nice and easy to apply. Obviously do it on dry wheels, dry clean wheels. That's really more on the glossy side. And quite a very, if you're after that wet look, zoom in a bit more. Okay, I'll just take this off the camera. It's almost like glass. So we'll see how this dries, and then I'll put the video camera back on just so you see the sort of the permanent finish you're going to get, not just the recently applied, but very, very showy. So folks, we've already shown you it on the wheels, but it is a trim as well. So we've got some quite heavily faded plastic. I'm just going to do up to the middle. Now, I'll take it off the camera in a minute. What I like about this is it's not super shiny. It's very OEM. It's very natural. Sometimes when you see some of these and it's overly shiny, you think, well, that doesn't actually look like it should. So I'm just going to do up to there, the halfway point. Buff off the excess. So I'm not showing you wet product that will naturally look darker. Take this off the camera. And that's the halfway point you can see there. So there's still a bit of wet residue there, but it's not overly shiny, it's just taking it back to how it should be. That's heavily faded, and it just darkens the colour. There you go, look. Just take off the excess, you can see the difference there. So that's how it should look, not super glossy. So a very versatile product indeed. Okay guys, we're going to have a quick look at the Express Detailer 3-in-1. So it's a waterless cleaner, detailer and polish. All right, so I used this as a drying aid when we were doing the Peugeot, and it definitely makes the drying process feel safer, and it seems to expel the water as well. So as a drying aid, it was really, really good. Now, a lot of people have these in the boot of their car for if they go to a show or they get bird lime, okay, for its ability to remove light dirt. Now, I would not be using Express Detailers or Detailers as a waterless wash in a heavily soiled car. You've got all the grit and everything, and you are making contact with it, okay, straight away. You're not going through that safe wash process, okay. So as a drying aid, it's really good. I'm going to do a quick demo on the Audi because it's not been washed, just to get a feel for how good it is at waterless wash as well. And then I'm going to go into a clean panel and just as a bit of a polish and see what finish it gives. So I'll reposition the camera, okay, and we'll see how it operates as a waterless wash. Okay, so the Audi's got quite a lot of dirt on it, and I'm going to use a yellow pad just to see what comes off. But the important thing is, how does it feel under the cloth? Okay, so when you're using it as a waterless wash, don't be afraid to use it liberally. It's quite a thin consistency. Smells nice. It feels quite safe under the cloth. I'm not feeling a gritty feeling. Like I say, you're only doing this on lightly soiled vehicles. It's a lovely smell, common theme in their products. Okay, so it is removing the dirt. It's not as thick as some Express Detailers, or it's not as thick as some waterless wash. You usually get that sort of milky creamy, okay, but it's removed the dirt. Like I say, this was only lightly soiled. I'm just going to get a fresh bit. We can do the sort of the other test as a sort of a polish. The sprayers are really, really good. They give a good constant output. That panel's come up immaculate. Okay, so it is a versatile detailer. All right, it smells nice, it's easy to use, it feels safe under the cloth. Yeah, can't really complain. Very, very good. Okay, folks, we're going to have a quick look at the leather cleaner. So brilliant description, instructions as per normal. detergent for cleaning and refreshing leather. Now they're very clever because it smells of leather. I've just sprayed it and it smells of leather. Very, very clever. Okay, so it's nice and easy to use. You're going to be using a bucket of water to rinse the cloth out. You're going to use a damp cloth. You're going to spray it on, wipe it down, and then keep rotating your cloth into the bucket to migrate the dirt away. Okay, so lots of leather on this car. We are going to be doing a full internal detail on this car, but we're going to use it at the moment to show the product. So I've already tested it to make sure it's safe on this leather. It smells of leather. It's very, very clever, that. Nice little feature. If you're cleaning your leather, then your car smells of leather. Winner, winner. Obviously, you can use a leather brush, detailing brush. Smell. Quite impressed with that. A leather cleaner smelling of leather. I'm not going to go on about it. It smells lovely. Okay. Got slight foaming action. I would imagine if you do it with a detailing brush, it's going to foam it quite nicely. But you can see it is. In fact, it's the more you spray, the more you foam, obviously. Then what you're doing after you finish this is just getting a drying towel and dry off the excess water and product. Yeah, very, very good. Says it's exactly what it's meant to do. It cleans the leather and it smells lovely as well. So absolutely no critique on that whatsoever. Okay, so just dried it off. Nice clean seats, smells lovely. Now if you see, it's got like a matte finish now. That's how leather should be. That's the one that hasn't been cleaned. A lot shinier. And only with a few bits in, the dirt in the water as well. Okay, so it is an effective leather cleaner. It leaves leather how it should be, and it smells divine. So impressed again. Okay, groupsters, I hope you can see me down here. Okay, so we're going to look at the trim detailer, okay, which is all about promoting finish. So it's not a cleaner, okay, so the instructions clearly say that it should be a clean and dry surface. So this is all about restoring the finish, okay, and offering some protection, just like an external detailer. So just clean and dry before application, spray directly on surface or a clean microfiber cloth. We like going onto a cloth. Buff to a finish, allow treated surfaces to dry. Okay, so I've come into the Audi. The reason why we're not doing it on the Peugeot is it's pretty much fully leather inside in terms of the trim and everything. We've already done the review on the leather cleaner. So subtle citrus, I think, fresh smell, not overpowering or sickly. Now what I'm looking for here, I don't like a super shiny finish. not smeary. Yep, look nice and easy to use. What I like about it is it doesn't sort of leave sort of product behind. And I know it does say allow to dry, but if you don't use too much. In terms of the finish, it's not super shiny. Well, I'll give you a look. Okay, it's not super shiny. It does add a tiny bit of shine, but that's products being left behind, which is good. All right, and it's nice, even coverage, which is what I like. Okay, you do not want that super shiny, it's dangerous. Okay, and the dash is naturally a matte finish. Okay, the smell is lovely. Really, really good. Now, what I am going to quickly do, now I've got the camera, I'm just going to see if it does have the ability to clean. I'm just going to do this on the cuff because there was dirt there. Okay, well, it doesn't say it's a cleaner, and I'm not saying use it as a cleaner, but that has effortlessly removed all those mud marks. All right, so if you're caught short with no cleaner, this one does the job as well. So you get an extra bonus, so good times. Okay guys, we're at the stage where we're talking about LSP's last stage protection. Okay, so off camera, we've restored the headlights because they were heavily faded, and I'm going to put the coating on that as well. And we've done the exhaust and shined them up with some chrome cleaner and all that good stuff. So we're at the stage now, but we're going to put some protection on the car. Now, we obtained two, the Canauba Speed Wax and the ZIRCONITE BeadMaker. I've just phoned up the owners of the company and said which is best, bearing in mind we've done all this prep. Now, I will say, if I've gone to this trouble normally, I personally would be looking at ceramic coating, but idiot here didn't get a ceramic coating from ZIRCONITE. If I had, I'd be applying it now. So we are where we are, and we're looking at a choice. And the owners have basically said, go for BeadMaker. All right, its longevity is better, and I know a lot of you on the group have been asking about BeadMaker. Now, the Speed Wax is more of a show wax, and if you want me to do a review, just drop a message, and I'll do a bespoke review on that, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so a quick talky bit. I'm not going to talk to you how about you use it, because I'm going to show you in a second. So it's a super hydrophobic coating, longevity 6 to 9 months, but we all know that's relative to usage and your wash program. Enhances the magical water beading effect of paint finish coatings, extends and enhances gloss level and durability of paint finish coatings, water sheeting, hydrophobic properties with a dramatic nano lotus leaf effect, incredibly high slip rate and all that kind of stuff. Now, I've gone down and had a look at the reviews, and confidence is high with this one. Beauty of this one is you can use it, it's fast curing, easy application, protective coating for rapid sealant of most exterior surfaces, so paint, glass, plastic trim, wheels, and cures within 10 minutes. All right, so it's really, really quick and convenient, even at a consumer level. Right, now I'm going to do the whole car, apart from the windscreen. I don't put anything on my windscreens, it's just my personal preference. So I'll reposition the camera, and we'll have a play. Okay, so the ZIRCONITE Bead-Magik multi-surface water beading sealant. Now, if you read the instructions, it says spray directly onto the surface. I've talked to the owners and they suggested a different method that they use, and it's arguably you've got more control. So you're using 2 cloths for this, all right, so both brand new microfibers, and they basically, the advice given is to put 2 sprays, and you can see how volumized it is. It's one of these, I'm going to waste a bit, these Flairosol delivery systems. I've seen these in air fresheners, I've never seen them in this context. Okay, there's a pump system within, and it gives a real fine mist, or almost like an aerosol effect. Okay, so we've primed our pad. You don't need to prime it again. Excuse me. All you're then doing is, I'm going to, obviously this is a big panel, but pretty much you're spraying once on, and one spray per panel, and you're just going to wipe it on. in a crosshatch manner, getting even coverage. Nice and smooth to go on. Lovely fresh smell. You're then getting a plush microfiber, make sure it's new, and you're removing it. It's almost like the product isn't there. The slickness of this. Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of the car, and literally once you've done the car, leave it 10 minutes and it's done. So it's as easy as that. Okay, so now we're just going to do a quick hydrophobicity test. So we'll look at the beads and then we'll look at the sort of the sheeting aspect. So it's called BeadMaker. So let's see. I'm going to zoom in on them so you can have a look. And that is what you're after. Uniform, tall beads. Really, really good. So I'll just reposition this. We'll do the water sheeting. Just put that there for a second. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is about 6 hours after we've done the actual coating. I think those results speak for themselves. So very, very hydrophobic, great beads. That's what we all like, so superb results. Okay, this is the final results. We're going to take the car outside, have a spin round, play music like we usually do, but I'm not going to go through all the products again. I think the videos prove, okay, how effective they are. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I have been very, very impressed with all the products in this brand, and I will be buying from them again. The next purchase is going to be the ceramic coatings. Okay, so we're going to test them and then we will bring you a review, but this is a high performance brand that the Car Boutique highly recommends. So thanks very much, and we'll see you on the next review.